What is up, KC Squad? It's your girl Rissa. Back with another video. This will be like a different type of video, getting to know me video. So if you like to hear, stay tuned, and thank you guys for subscribing. What's up, guys? So this is like I said, a different type of video. I've seen this type of video, going around, for a while, and I just thought, well, maybe I should tell my story or whatever. So since I'm just sitting outside waiting to go clock in for work, I have about an hour left, so I'm like, you know what, let me just go ahead and do it here, different setting and everything. So I've been getting like a lot of questions, not like hate questions or anything like that. It's just like, what happened, type of questions. So it's a more of like my insecurity type video, but not an insecurity type video anymore. It used to be. So anyways, I'll just go ahead and get started. So a lot of people have been asking, like, what happened to your eye, or why does it look like only one side of your face is moving? We get a lot of questions like that, but I mean, they're not like mean questions. Like, a lot of people, they just want to know, like, did you have a stroke? Like, what happened because you're so young? Things like that. So, well, what happened was, I want to say like about 9 years ago. I know my daughter was 3 and she's 12 now. So about 9 years ago, I went to sleep. I was stressing out and everything, and I went to sleep and woke up one morning, and like the whole left side of my face was like numb, swollen. I couldn't talk. I was just drooling everywhere. I couldn't blink my eye, couldn't close my eye, anything like that. So I freaked out. Called my mom, was like, Mom, hurry up and get here. I think I had a stroke in my sleep, things like that. So she took me to the hospital, and they were like, oh, yeah, you got Bell's palsy. And I was like, what is that? And it was like, it can come from smoking. I was like, well, I don't smoke. They were like, well, it can come from, having diabetes. I was like, I don't have diabetes. He was like, well, then it can come from, like stressing and things like that. So I'm like, oh, okay. He was like, have you noticed any symptoms before? It can come from stressing or wind in your ear, like if you get the water ear or something like that. So I was like, well, yeah, like I had like an earache the day before, and I just thought because I was riding, with the windows down, because it's hot out here in Texas, so I'm riding around with the windows down, like my ears started hurting the day before, and like my food started tasting funny. Like, I didn't have any taste buds, everything was like numb. So I just thought I was coming down with something, so I just put some cotton in my ears. So then the next morning, that's when I woke up and my face was like that. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, no. So anyway, he gave me some steroids, and he was like, okay, it should go away in 2 weeks. You should be fine and back to normal, and I'm like, okay, cool, thinking everything was going to be all good and fine. And it never went away. So I was told that the doctor didn't give me the proper treatment that I needed, or the proper dosage of steroids or something like that, because it never went away. And so I was doing like therapy. I was doing not speech therapy, but like facial therapy, trying to do acupuncture, all of that stuff to like get my face back to normal. And it just never went back. So that used to be like my biggest insecurity, you know, because I can't smile right, you know, only one side works, can't blink right. So that's why I tend to wear like a lot of lashes, because if I don't, you know, then one eye looks closed, one eye looks open. I spoke with another doctor, and they were like once you get Bell's palsy, that's when, you know, the paralysis of your face or whatever happens. But it usually goes back within 2 weeks, you know, 2 weeks to 6 months or whatever. I'm like, okay, I can deal with that. So, but the stage after, when it doesn't go away, is synchronesis, I believe that's what it's called. And so that's when it's like permanent almost. But I've been trying to like look up doctors and stuff like that to like get plastic surgery or like a facelift or something like that, because like it's just me trying to be happy within myself. So I was in this crazy ass relationship and everything like that, and I was just like, you know what, it's just time for me to go and, you know, move on or whatever, because this is not what that is, and I shouldn't have to just be in a relationship because of how I feel about myself. So long story short, I started taking, you know, better care of myself, started doing my hair and makeup and everything like that again, and, you know, just really, you know, just starting back enjoying life and everything like that. And that's when I met Chris. Okay, so, and I was so skeptical, you know, because I was so used to being with somebody just because I just didn't want to be by myself, you know. So when I met Chris, and like we hit it off, like I said in our other video, like we met like on Facebook, so I know how to take pictures and angles and things like that. So people don't really notice, but you notice, like if you see me in person, you really don't notice unless, you know, like you're watching on the video, whatever. But so anyways, I met Chris and we hit it off or whatever, and we talked on Facebook for about 3 or 4 days, and then I went and finally met her and everything, and I was just like, oh my God, you know, I hope she don't say nothing, I hope she doesn't, you know, just stop talking to me when she sees me, you know, because, you know, I don't look different in my photos. Like if you see me in person, I just look different on videos for some reason, not sure. But so anyway, we hit it off or whatever, and like spent the night at her house, and like we chilled, we had a good time and everything. So when I left the next morning or whatever, and I was like, she didn't even say anything. Maybe it's not as bad as it looks. You know, maybe it's just me, because I know how I used to look, and I used to get so many compliments like on my smile and on my eyes, and you know, everybody wanted me to be a model, you know, like a plus size model and stuff like that. So I'm like, yeah, so I'm like, well, maybe it's not as bad as it looks. Maybe it's just because, you know, I see myself like how I want myself to look, you know, how before this happened, you know. So anyways, and we still together 4 years, and she's never like mentioned it. Like after we talked, you know, for about a month or two, and then that's when she just asked, she was just like, you know, what happened with your eye? I noticed sometimes that your eye looks closed. Like she didn't say anything like bad. I was like, oh, this is what happened, you know. And then she was just like, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm still gonna be with you, I'm still here for you, you know, stuff like that. So that's what made me fall in love with her, you know, because I'm like, any other person, you know, was like, oh, that's why you this and that's why you that, and I'm like, are you serious? Like, you know, so that shit used to hurt the fuck out of me, you know. I'm like, it's not my fault that this happened, you know, like you were with me before, you know, it happened, and then, you know. So anyways, long story short, you guys, don't be stressing over nobody. Like if that person's gonna put you through stress and all of that, leave the relationship alone, okay? it's not worth your health. Like, I'm good, I'm healthy, no diabetes, no high blood pressure, no nothing. It just happened because I'm so stressed out. I was so stressed out in a relationship that I didn't need to be in. So and then it left me like this. But not saying that it's a bad thing, because I met the woman that I want to be with for the rest of my life. But what I'm saying is, like, don't be stressing out over these hoes. Like, they are not worth it. Find somebody that's going to make you happy and make you, not want to, have you stressed out over them and what they doing and who they with and why they not calling you, why they not texting you, and why they keep putting you through this and putting you through that. Like, don't appreciate all the love that you guys have been giving us on our Instagram page, and everything is like been so overwhelming. Like, we feel the love. It's like we just started this and we get so much freaking love, and I love it. And there hasn't been like any negative energy or anything like that, with our page or people inbox. Everything has been like full of love and everything, and it's just truly amazing. And we're trying to be like, a different couple on YouTube that does actually like engage with our subscribers and people that are actually following us and everything. So we usually, hit us up on Instagram. We talk to you all day. Send us a DM, Chris and Rissa on Instagram. So anyways, I'm about to head into work. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and stay blessed. Bye.